Welcome to Space Matrix. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. The world holds its breath as the United States and China face off in the South China Sea. This vital waterway, a lifeline for global trade, has become the stage for a modern power play. Chinese ships patrol with boldness. American warships assert freedom of navigation. It's a silent conflict. One wrong move could ignite a firestorm. Into this volatile arena, the US is building a massive new military installation in the Philippines. This isn't just another base, it's a statement of American commitment to its allies and interests. The clang of construction echoes far beyond the Philippine archipelago, heard in Beijing, Washington, and capitals worldwide. The base symbolizes a deepening alliance and a hardening resolve against what many see as growing Chinese aggression. For decades, the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific has shifted as China's rise challenges US dominance. This new base is a direct response, a pivot back to the region. The question, will this fortress deter conflict or become a flashpoint for war? The decisions made here will shape the future of the 21st century. This is more than a story of concrete and steel. It's about sovereignty, alliances, and the struggle for control over the world's most important maritime crossroads. The stakes could not be higher. The new base, Naval Station Apolinario Mabini, rises on Luzon's western coast, facing the South China Sea. Its location is strategic. American and Filipino ships can rapidly access the disputed Spratly Islands and Scarborough Shoal. The base's primary role: deterrence. It sends a clear message to Beijing: an attack on the Philippines is an attack on the United States. Advanced surveillance, missile batteries, and a runway for the largest aircraft make it a formidable hub. It ensures American forces are not thousands of miles away, but right on the front line. The base also strengthens the US-Philippines alliance, reassuring regional partners like Vietnam and Taiwan. It's a tangible promise of support, a shield for smaller nations under pressure from China. By placing high-value assets and personnel in harm's way, the US raises the stakes for any aggressor. The base is a powerful and potentially dangerous bet that strong defense is the best way to keep the peace. The US-Philippines relationship is long and complicated, shaped by colonial history and shared battles. After independence, American bases were both a symbol of power and a source of resentment, leading to their closure in the 1990s. China's ties with the Philippines go back centuries, but recent decades have brought tension over the South China Sea. China claims almost the entire sea, overlapping with the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. What began as diplomatic disputes has escalated into real-world confrontations over fishing, oil, and sovereignty. The US has acted as a balancing force, but as China's power grew, so did its assertiveness, building artificial islands and militarizing outposts. Alarmed, the Philippines and its neighbors turned to the US for help, rekindling old alliances. The return of a major American military presence is a direct response to these shifting threats. For the Philippines, it's a pragmatic choice. For the US, a return to regional security guarantor. For China, an unwelcome intrusion. These three histories now converge at Naval Station Apolinario Mabini. The base is the product of tangled alliances and rising threats. The South China Sea is now the world's most contested maritime crossroads. The decision to build this base in 2025 is driven by urgency. China's escalating aggression, water cannons, blockades, and dangerous maneuvers has pushed the Philippines to the brink. The Philippines, under domestic pressure, has chosen to strengthen its alliance with the US, invoking the Mutual Defense Treaty. This political will in Manila gave Washington the opening it needed for a major strategic move. Recent global events have shown that unchecked aggression can't be ignored. Strength and deterrence are now seen as the only way to maintain peace. The base is a proactive measure, meant to prevent conflict by showing overwhelming strength. Taiwan's fate adds urgency. The new base is less than 250 miles from its southern tip, making Luzon a critical staging ground. Any conflict over Taiwan would put the Philippines on the front line. The base's construction is now a top priority for US military planners. The world has learned that economic ties alone can't prevent war. The US and its allies are determined not to be caught unprepared. The South China Sea's future may hinge on the choices made here. The clock is ticking. Naval Station Apolinario Mabini fundamentally shifts the Indo-Pacific's military balance. China's artificial island fortresses once gave it the upper hand. Now the US and Philippines have a formidable counterweight. The base levels the playing field, creating a new equilibrium where neither side dominates. This emboldens other nations, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, to defend their claims and consider closer security ties with the US. The base could become the hub of a wider security network, uniting those wary of Chinese expansion. But this new balance is fragile. With powerful forces in close proximity, the risk of miscalculation is high. A minor incident could spiral out of control, making the South China Sea a dangerous flashpoint. For China, the base is a strategic setback, complicating its plans for the region and Taiwan. Beijing has condemned the base as provocation and will likely respond with military drills or economic pressure. The base doesn't end the competition, it intensifies it, ushering in a more confrontational era. The stakes for peace and conflict have never been higher. In the Philippines, the new American base sparks fierce debate. Many welcome it, fishermen hope for protection, and officials see it as vital for sovereignty. For some, it's a matter of national survival. Others remember the troubled history of U.S. bases, raising concerns about crime, exploitation, and loss of sovereignty. Nationalists fear the Philippines will become a pawn or a target in a superpower conflict. The slogan, "No to U.S. bases," echoes in protests. Locally, the base brings jobs and economic growth, but also anxiety about cultural impact, environmental damage, and the risk of war. Families wonder what future they're building for their children, peace and prosperity or conflict and danger. The nation is caught between a powerful ally and a powerful neighbor. The debate is everywhere, in homes, coffee shops, and town squares. The Philippines stands at a crossroads, divided on which path to take. The decision will shape generations to come. As construction continues on Luzon, the world watches. The new base signals a hardening of positions in the US-China rivalry. The immediate question, how will China respond, escalation or diplomacy? Expect more military activity from both sides, joint US-Philippines exercises, Chinese drills, and tense encounters at sea. This is the new normal heightened readiness, ever-present risk of miscalculation. Diplomacy will intensify, with both superpowers vying for regional influence. Smaller nations must navigate immense pressure shaping Asia's future landscape. The hope deterrence prevents war, not provokes it. The challenge projects strength without triggering catastrophe. The world hopes wisdom prevails, and the South China Sea remains a zone of peace, not war.